Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. But since you are there, hello, and welcome to my video. This is an easy answer. I am that guy right there. My name is Antonio, and I am 24. In fact, today is my birthday, so happy birthday to me. Currently, I am a junior going for a computer science major. So, what it is I am proposing. I would like us to work together, and by doing so, I really do feel as though we can achieve great things. Whatever you guys bring to the table, I will listen to you as well. But there are certain things that I could bring myself, and I think that it would be beneficial that we all collaborate and sort of come to a consensus of what we can talk about. Personally, I like the idea of just talking about what goes on in, say, an interview these modern days. That way, we can be more prepared when it is our time and increase our chances of getting hired. Let's talk about the process that goes into how we conduct ourselves during this interview, so that our end goal of getting hired by the employer becomes a reality. But to get to this point, there's a lot of preparation that goes into this interview, such as how do we portray ourselves. I always feel that it is extremely important to keep strong eye contact with the person that is interviewing you at all times, and also to feel confident with what it is you are saying. If people hear you out, it's definitely going to be because you sound confident with your answers. Perhaps talking slowly at times, that way they can understand what you're saying. It's always good to be clear and concise with your responses. And to take the mistakes that we make as learning opportunities. We all make them, but the more practice you get within doing things, so even say mock interviews, that right there can go a long way. What truly matters is that we have the ability to adapt from those mistakes. It's always good to do research, to know the background of the company, say, that you're interviewing for, because chances are they're going to have some sort of pool of questions that they've asked other people as well. And it's good to have that insight of what sort of questions they're going to ask you. Perhaps if you know someone specifically in the field that you're trying to enter, interviewing them for an insight could be helpful. Otherwise, there's an endless supply of information throughout the internet that is at our grasp. Regardless of how we conduct our research, it is important that we verify that our sources are credible. Another thing we can focus on is how and why we put importance in our resumes. If there is a large number of applicants for one position, if we are to be chosen for that interview, our resume should stand out. Finally, there was this one thought that I was wrapping my head around, since we are still in a pandemic era, sort of. That being, how will our interview be conducted? This could vary from company to company, and say if it was an online interview, would there be a place for, say, handshakes? I mean, you can try to do a virtual hand one, but that kind of looks a little corny, in my opinion. You saw how it looks just now. Or say if it was an interview in person, will we actually give them a handshake? What is the proper etiquette nowadays? Who knows? Anyways, I feel as though if we put our heads together on this topic, we could come up with some really interesting and beneficial information. Whoever does decide to join me, I am really open, and I would love to work together on this topic. Thank you for listening, and have a good night. Bravo 6, going dark.